Is buying the newest, most expensive soccer cleats really worth it? Welcome back to our channel at Soccer Zone USA. My name is DJ Divany, and in this video, we're helping you decide if it's worth it to buy the most expensive soccer cleats right now. Normally, when a Nike or Adidas come out with their new top-of-the-line shoe, their new colorway, the best product that they have on the market, it's somewhere between $200 and $300. Now, for some players that are professionals that might not have a boot contract, that might be a good price for them because it is a tool that they absolutely need. But for you, that $200, $250, $275 spend really might not be that worth it. As always, this advice is more based on my personal playing experience and experience as a coach and a trainer working with youth soccer players and going out and training on my own. So that's not to say that you have to get a different shoe, you have to get this shoe. It's ultimately up to you. We're just here to help you make the best decision that you can. We'll go about doing this video in two parts. First, we'll give a short answer as to whether or not buying the expensive shoes is worth it, and then we'll give a longer answer that provides more detail that cater to different situations that you might be in. Or to answer the question, is buying expensive soccer cleats worth it? The answer is yes. If you are an elite level player or a player looking to make it to the next level, whether that's your high school varsity team, college soccer, pro soccer in like the USL, or even in Europe at the highest levels, having a more expensive shoe that is more responsive, that is a better tool for your craft, will perform better for your game. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to get the newest shoe that costs the most money. We're just talking about getting the shoes that were the most expensive. So right now, this is the newest Superfly. It's a Superfly 8 in the newest colorway. But in about 2 months, the price on this will probably go down because they'll come out with the next colorway, or they'll come out with Superfly 9 in 2022. So you can still get the top of the line model shoe. You can get a high-end cleat, a tier 1 cleat, but you can get it at a lower price point if you're willing to wait for the new models to come out and go with an older model instead. There's also instances where brands will come out with a limited edition or special edition shoe, like these 1111 X's and O's speed flows from Adidas. So these are going to be priced as high as that price cap can go, but it's the same speed flow. It's really just a different colorway. There's nothing new about the design or innovation of the shoe. It's the same shoe, it's just limited edition because of how it looks. So again, you don't need the newest, brand new, shiny thing if you're just talking about performance. You can get the high-end shoe, but a previous model or an older colorway for a lower price. But what if you are not an elite level player or a pro player or aspiring pro player? You're not training or playing all the time at the highest levels. You just want to play in a co-ed adult league, or you're playing recreation soccer as a 12-year-old or youth soccer as a 9-year-old, and you're asking, especially as the parent, do I need this $200 shoe? Does my kid need a shoe that's $250 for what they're doing right now? And the answer to that is probably not. They're probably not playing at a level where the difference in the quality and the material and the structure and the support of the shoe is making that much of a difference in their day-to-day training and gameplay. Now, will the top-end shoe be better? Yes, absolutely. But is it always going to be $150 or $100 better, relatively speaking, when your kid might grow out of the shoes in 3 months? No. And this is why you see Nike, and especially Adidas, making a second tier shoe that's more affordable, that still looks like the top end shoe, but instead of calling it elite, they call it pro, or they call it academy. It looks very similar, has a similar design and structure, but it's a more affordable option if you're in a different kind of situation. Just like purchasing the high-end shoes, you can also purchase a mid-tier or a lower-tier shoe at a lower price if you do, again, get a lower model or an older colorway. They're likely to be a little bit more affordable. Now, here at Soccer Zone USA, most of our stuff is marked down compared to the Adidas, Nike, Puma retail prices on their websites so that we can offer you a better deal on some of these products. So if you wanted to get these Superflies, usually they're about $275 on Nike.com, but we have them for usually under $250. So If you wanted to get the top end shoe, the brand new one, you're going to get a good deal with us, and you're going to get an even better deal if you look at an older model or an older colorway. Those are usually marked down even lower than that, although there might not be as many options for sizes. So to go on a tangent with buying an older model or older colorway, if you have a very common size foot, like if you're male and you use size between 8 and 10, those are very common shoe sizes, so those sizes are going to go out the quickest. So if you're looking for an older model, it's going to be less likely that those sizes are available, whether it's on our site or someone else's. You're more likely to see the lower shoe sizes available or the higher shoe sizes available for older models. So to recap, if you're an elite high-level player looking to train regularly at high intensity with high levels of play, you have a very common shoe size, and you're aspiring to play at an even higher level, then spend extra money to get the top tier shoes as often as you can. And if you can't afford the brand new ones, or you don't really even want the brand new ones, then take your time looking for an older model. It's almost similar to shopping for cars. It's like, if you get this super brand new one, it loses its value compared to what's coming out next. So if you wait a little bit and you take your time finding the shoe for you, you're going to get a better deal most of the time while still obtaining a high-end cleat. And vice versa, if you're just a youth soccer player and you mostly just play for fun or recreation, or you're not really aspiring to be a pro player yet and train every single day all the time, you're growing quickly and don't have necessarily the budget for expensive shoes, and you or your family don't want to spend that kind of money, then opt for a tier 2, a lower model shoe that's going to be maybe half the price or 3/4 of the price, and even cheaper if you get one of the older models or colorways. Speaking from experience, growing up, my family really couldn't afford shoes like this that retail for $275. It was just unrealistic, and even if I wasn't growing that much, and even if I was playing at a very high level, this wasn't an option. So most of the time I would actually get the tier 2 cleats, and because I was training and playing so much, I would usually get 2 or 3 pairs of the cleats that I really like, so that way it lasts me much longer and I'm comfortable with those shoes. Sometimes shoes get discontinued, and that can be a little bit frustrating as a player or someone that doesn't like change. You find something like a Superfly that you really, really love, and then eventually after 10 years, Nike says, you know what, we're going to come out with the Super Duper Fly, and we're not going to do the Super Flies anymore. And now the ankle sock goes up like this or something, and you don't want those, and it kind of disrupts, the style that you like. So by doing this and getting the tier 2 models, I would get 3, and that would last me for a year or 2 if I wasn't growing. Now that I'm older and I coach and train a lot on my own, even though most of that is just for fun, I really love the tier 1 top end cleats compared to the mid-level cleats. And the reason being is just the material, structure, design, weight of the shoe, everything is just a little bit better. That makes my touch better, that makes my speed, agility, quickness a little bit sharper and more reliable than in some of the lower level shoes. Even still, and even if I have the money to afford the $275 boots now, I would probably just still go for the ones that I feel I perform the best in, that I like the style of the most, and that I feel are the most affordable or most worth the price. The newest cleats come out just because it changed colors. I don't think that's now worth $300 instead of $275 because they changed it from blue to green. So I would just say if I really like these, I might wait until they go on sale when the next colorway comes out, and then I get the ones that I want, because it's not super important for me personally to have the shiniest, most brand new thing. To elaborate further on my experience, I continued to buy the 2nd and 3rd tier level, the cheaper shoes, all the way through my college playing career that were like $60 on average at the time. So I was getting shoes that were $60 and still able to perform at a high level, because the shoes do not make you a better player. You're the player. The shoes are just a tool to enhance your ability on the ball and off the ball. You can use your talent to showcase your game in any shoe. I could wear these shoes that I have on right now, and I could still juggle the ball 100 times in these trainers. But to be able to play in these at speed in a high intensity situation, I'm going to be much better off using this tool than something else. If you're looking for a deal on your next pair of cleats, just hit the link in the description below and shop online with us at soccerzoneusa.com. And remember, the shoes don't make the player, but it is a tool to help you maximize your ability on the field, on and off the ball. So make sure that you purchase something that you're going to be happy with, that you're going to feel good in, that you feel like you look good in, and that is affordable and right for you. Don't feel pressured into having to get the shiniest, best new thing all the time. Just do that if you feel that it's a good decision for where you're at right now. Let us know in the comments below which shoes you prefer to buy, maybe what brand, maybe what style, if you like the Superfly, or if you prefer Tiempos, if you like limited edition cleats, or you like old retro cleats. Let us know what you prefer. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, I'm DJ Diviny. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.